So, good evening, everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Daily Briefing. It's a good start to the week. Unfortunately, just as a way of apology, on Friday we had a bit of connectivity issues and could not have the daily briefing. And it only became clear that the briefing was not going to take place when the time had already long gone, maybe about 2 hours after when the briefing was supposed to take place. Nonetheless, we are here today and we are ready, and we are looking forward to the week and to the activities that we are going to engage on this week. Um, I was hoping that some of the leaders from Senegal will be here just to share some of the stuff we're doing there at the moment. But they are coming up with some interesting proposals which we are going to test. And if it works, then we would replicate it across all the other markets, all the other countries on the continent and in the diaspora. Today, we really want to keep it light. First, just going through any issues that people, members of the community have, taking some questions and responding to them, and maybe going into a little bit of detail based on the questions that would come up from members of the community. So, my suggestion is that for anyone who has a question, please just raise your hands so that as we get into the questions, we can start taking them one by one. Um, um, Apart from that, we are looking forward to a really great week. Um, the the Nigeria team, we are hoping that we are going to have a team meeting this week. The communication will go out to your leaders by tomorrow midday, so that they can disseminate and invite everyone who is meant to be in the Nigeria team meeting to participate, because there are some processes that we need to put in place with the agents and teams in Nigeria. Um, Kenya, just to say that we received your initial uh, agent list. Greatly appreciated. We're going to go into it, would look at it, and would see how we improve it as we go forward. The list is really comprehensive and well put as usual. We are, we have a really good team across the different countries. Um, Equally, the just sorry, I'm being distracted by some message that's coming through here. The one thing that we also want to emphasize and insist on this week is the processes that we are putting in place for the email purchases that should come from a from a leader within a specific community. So for the country structures, all the email requests would have to be aggregated to the national level for it to be submitted. So nobody submits their own list directly to the global team. The only people who would submit a list would be national leaders or community leaders in countries where we don't have a national structure yet. But in countries where we have a national structure, we would only be able to deal with lists that come in a bulk fashion from the national leaders or from the national leadership. Yeah. Those are just a few things that I want to raise as we start. Good evening, Dr. Linus. You're on mute. Dr. Linus, can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me, Dr. Linus? Oh, there you go. I can see. Oh, you've gone back.
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you. Sorry, I was muted.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Good evening.
Wonderful. Good evening. A very warm welcome to everybody. Thank you very much for joining today's session. Again, apologies for last Friday, where we missed our session. In fact, we missed it. And we missed having all of you and taking questions on Friday. So a very warm welcome to everybody. As a constant reminder, we always have to say why we are gathered. We are gathered as a community to address two problems. The first is to drive inclusion into every household across the 1.7 billion people around the world who are affected, and most importantly, within continental Africa, to ensure that the 91% exclusion in some countries becomes a thing of the past. Within this community, we have what it takes to achieve that objective. We will meet our goal. And it is only possible through the contribution that we are getting from each and every member of this community across all the countries. We have to remain completely focused on that objective. The second objective is to ensure that we have access to a singular instrument for exchanging value in real time. Now, that is a tall order. It is unprecedented. It's never been done before, that we can drive inclusion and inclusive access to a vast number of people, to make exclusion a thing of the past, and to ensure that the entire community has access to a single instrument for exchanging value, not just exchanging value, but doing so in real time. So that whether you are in South Africa or Nigeria or Namibia or Malawi, you should be able to transact with your peers and have that transaction settled in real time using a common instrument of exchanging value, which is the African Kingdom's Lumi. Those two are our primary goals that bring us together as a community. And these represent some of the most challenging problems of our time. We have every confidence that we are making great progress in achieving those two goals. So let's keep going, and welcome to this session one more time. And back to you, Brother Mbi, if I may, so that we can get on with the Q&A. But before we get on to the Q&A, I would like to add one more thing. While we embark on meeting our objectives, there will be noise. There will be noise, there will be negative media, there will be those that don't believe it can be done, there will be doubters. Never let any of that distract us from our cause. Our cause and our objectives are very clear. Drive inclusive access for everyone, every business, every kingdom, every government, and ensure we have a common instrument of exchanging value. That is what guides our engagement and our daily interactions and our daily actions. The rest is noise, the rest challenges that we have to overcome on a daily basis by taking the right and appropriate action every time. So thank you very much.
Indeed, indeed. Thank you so much. And we are looking forward to some of the great work that's going to be taking place in the weeks ahead as we keep shaping the conversation and shaping the structures and the activities that we have within our communities. So as I said, we're going to get into into Q&As. We're going to get into Q&As. The first person who raised his hand was Itemba.
Thank you, Puti. It's Itemba from South Africa. I think I need assistance with purchasing the mailbox. I've tried to do it myself. I tried to send the AKL to Sister Lumba. I failed. I don't know what is it that I'm doing wrong.
Okay. So, Sister Lumba, can you deal with this one? Sister Lumba, you there? Can you deal
sorry,
with
brother. So the brother B, I have to step out first. I have something I need. Yeah.
All right, no problem. Brother Patrick?
Okay, yeah. As in, should I assist here now?
Yeah, so maybe just let's see who, there's someone here, Luella, who is
okay, my sister.
Hello, Dada.
You want to buy one mailbox?
Yes, please, for myself.
Okay. Sister Lumba. Where is the noise coming from?
I'm looking for it. I'm not even seeing it myself.
Maybe it's the background on Itemba, maybe.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's not. The
right.
person is Iradukunda Luella. Their mic is open. I'm actually looking for her. Oh.
Okay.
The mic
I
is
was
gone.
saying, my sister, the deal with Sister Lumba was more favorable to you because she was going to sell you one mailbox from the bundles that she has. Unfortunately, now she's engaged in something. We would have wanted to confirm if she can still sell you that one mailbox, if she still has. I remember her talking about she now only has 4.
I think those 4 are even finished. I don't think she has any more.
Okay.
Because
so now in this case, if you cannot buy from someone who has a bundle, the only offer that is available is you have to buy yourself using AKL. You go to, you log into Connect, then on the dashboard, you click where it says mailbox. On the drop-down menu, you will see where it says buy a mailbox with AKL. And at least you should have 20 AKL in your account. Then you follow that process.
Yes, I've got 38.
Okay. You follow that process to submit your purchase of a mailbox. The moment you submit it, it will go into a queue to be approved. Then after it has been approved, in fact, the approval is actually the time when your email address is created and it is updated to your Swiffin account, and then the rest you can also update it on your Connect and things like that.
Okay. How much AKL where it says amount? How much must I write today?
It's 20.
20.
Yeah, 20 AKL.
Okay. One last question. My full name is Tembisile. The surname is Mboniswa. is it a must that my email must be tembisile.mboniswa@, or can I say itemba.mboniswa@ mailbox? I just want to check because I would love my email to be itemba.
When they make your mailbox, my sister, they strictly make your mailbox using your first name and surname. Accordingly, if your first name is Tembisile, then it's gonna be tembisile.mboniswa at inbox.swifin.com. That will be your email address.
Okay, good. Okay, I will try to do it again.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Gabote. Thanks a lot.
Okay,
thanks so much, my dear sister. Siyabonga kakhulu. The next person is Osimudiame Akigbe.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Jude.
Yeah.
Good evening, Jude. How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay,
Fine,
sir.
Fine.
Great.
Actually, I have 3 questions that I want to ask. And first of all, I would like to say, actually, I'm a Nigerian, but I live in Liberia.
You live in Liberia?
Yes. And I'm working with the SWAD government in Liberia here. I'm working with the ambassador for SWAD in Liberia here.
Okay.
Yeah, and we were together when this Lumi issue came up, 2020. And we all registered together. My question is, actually, I registered some of my family members in Nigeria for the Lumi account. I think 2 years ago, I registered them. And now I've actually reactivated my mother's Lumi account, but the rest of them was actually planning on doing them this week. But the problem is, I want to open Connect for them. But since, because I heard you talking about the leadership structure and what have you, I want to know if there's a leadership structure in Nigeria, specifically in Lagos, because they all live in Lagos.
Okay.
Yeah, if there's anybody who representing Lagos, I could direct them, or I could give the person number to them. Then they call the person, so that the person can get their mailbox, open their Connect for them, and what have you.
Okay, so as I announced at the beginning, we anticipate that we will have an agent and leadership meeting for Nigeria this week. There are leaders who are in Lagos who are going to be able to help them. Once we have had the meeting this week, the idea is for us to start moving some of the chips next week, going to the end of the week, leading into next week, so that by next week we can direct you specifically to who you should engage in Nigeria. I am sure there are even some agents, because it doesn't have to be only an agent who is in Lagos who would be able to help them. There are some agents. I can see Hassan. Hassan is here. Who is here again? Even Jude Nanen is here. Who else is here? I can see some of the agents and leaders from Nigeria. Vincent Okoro is here. Who else? So there are a lot of leaders in Nigeria who can help. It doesn't have to be someone who is in Lagos. Okay.
Okay. Because actually I wanted to do it myself, but I said, let me ask, because you keep saying the country will have to, the leadership will have to submit the names for those who want the mailbox themselves. So definitely I can't get their mailbox for them.
Yeah. So the reason why we want to do that is for control, and so that we are able to know exactly who is opening which mailbox where, because a lot Yes, and that's why we want it also to come in bulk so that it's organized and coordinated. Because
Okay,
otherwise,
but
we end up with people doing all kinds of things. You'll not, we will not be surprised if we start hearing that there are people who are charging $20 for emails. So it's those kind of things we want to avoid. We want to make sure that it's going through the right structures, going through the right leaders, so that it's well coordinated and managed without any errors.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but I could go ahead to reactivate all their accounts because I still have their password and information with me. I mean, their information, the way I open the account for them, I still have the information with me. So I could go ahead to reactivate the account for them.
Did you reactivate your own account for starters?
I've done that. I think I did that last year.
Okay. So if you did that last year.
Actually, I reactivated my mother's account 2 days ago.
Okay.
So I want to know if I can go ahead to do the other people who does the other family members who to reactivate the account for them.
Well, you can reactivate the account, but at the end of the day, we still suggest very strongly that everyone should should have a SWIFT email address.
Okay.
If he has brother B, if he has
no
close family, if he has close family members that he wants to get mailboxes for, he should be able to do that. Remember, we can provide access to a spreadsheet, and he can then complete that spreadsheet based on the order or the number of mailboxes in his order. Whereas we want to aggregate orders at a national level. If there is somebody who wants 10 or 15 or 20 or 100, because we have an orderly process now of giving them a spreadsheet that they can complete and that can be fulfilled by the team, I think it's okay. He can go ahead and do that.
Yeah. So the reason I'm saying that is that we can do that. That is for this phase of it, right? But as we progress and the country structures become, fully entrenched and all of that, it would not be orderly, just to have everyone sending their spreadsheet to the leaders, because it will end up, it end up with a bit of confusion. But we can take his list.
Yeah, we are completely agreed. We are completely agreed on that, Brother Mbi. All I'm suggesting is that while we wait for the teams, the country teams to organize themselves, if he is now ready to get mailboxes for those, then we can process it in the same way that we have processed for a number of other
people,
members, community members, so that he can get on and do what he needs to do with his family members that need reactivating and assign the mailboxes.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
And the second and last question will be together. I just my boss, that's the ambassador for SWAD. We use his AKL to buy his mailbox. Up to now, we've not received any message. And also, we want to know how you can structure a leadership in a country, because Liberia here, there's no leadership structure. Myself and Emmanuel Newton, I believe you know him.
Yes, Emmanuel Newton.
We are the only people here registering people, and there's nothing like leadership structure here. Do we have to structure the leadership ourselves, or you will be the one to structure the leadership?
No, so that I just need to see if Brother Elad is here. Brother Elad, are you here? Brother Elad is not here. He is actually the global leader responsible for country structures. But I can share with you on a general note how country structures are set up. Please, can someone deal with the person who has left their microphone on? Okay. So just for the benefit, for your benefit and for the benefit of others who are also here, the way in which we set up the country structures is we kind of take a country and we look at the administrative setup of the country, right? Because the administrative setup gives you some kind of a framework around which you can build a team. And then on the back of that, we identify leaders in, it depends how they are called. I think in Liberia, they're counties, right? It's counties.
Yeah, counties. Yeah, counties.
It's not provinces, it's counties.
No,
yeah,
counties.
Yeah. So you'd identify leaders in the different counties. These leaders are also going to go ahead and identify people within their county who become agents, and all of those become, following the administrative structure of the country. And then it's not just haphazard. Everything is put down on a list because we capture it. At some point, we are going to end up with country leadership lists on Connect and on account that you can actually go in and check if you want to know who is in which country as a leader. You can check on the system and you would find their name and their details to connect with them from there. Yeah.
Okay. So definitely, if I can get in connection with the person you said is responsible for the leadership structure in all countries, then we should talk, right?
Yeah, but using the framework I've shared with you, I already shared this framework with Emmanuel Newton.
Okay.
Yes, I already shared this framework with him, so you guys can have a discussion at the Liberian level and decide how you're going to frame it. We can have a meeting, would inform Brother Ella that he needs to reach out to you guys. I have Emmanuel's number, and so that you guys can discuss, and he will share with you the strategy that we are using for every country.
Hello?
All right.
Hello?
Yes.
So because the ambassador has been asking me to get in touch with you guys so that he can know where we can start from and start, to sponsor us in this switching registration. Although we've been doing we've been doing our own possible best, but he actually want to.
Are you there? Are you there? I said, hello? Are you there?
It looks like we've lost him. Perhaps we could move on to the next person, and then when he comes back.
The next person is Jude Ayo. Jude Ayo.
Good evening.
Good evening, Jude. How are you? We lost the other Jude.
Okay, my name is a question about the network issue on the Connect. I've registered 10 people last week, Wednesday, using their email box. And I think using the mailbox, the links will not be delayed to send inside the mail, but I'm not seeing it now. So I don't know why. That's why I want to forward it up here.
Inbox?
Yes, mailbox.
And you did not see you didn't get the activation in their mailbox for registration from Connect?
Yes, I didn't see anything. The verification link.
Oh, that's strange. That's very strange.
That's odd. Okay, what we would suggest you do is try and do a password reset. Okay, try to log in first. If you try and log in, the system may trigger a resend to resend the verification link. But try to get them to try to log in and see how the system responds. Okay. If you need to initiate a password reset, do that. And somehow you should then be able to regain access.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can also look in the back end and see if there is a way to trigger a password resend for those, sorry, not a password resend, but a verification email resend for those that are pending.
Is that all, Jude?
You say I should try to log in.
Yeah.
Let them try to log in.
Yeah, you can go ahead and go and get them to try to use the login email for the email that they have and go into the mailboxes and check. And then failing which we would have to trigger a verification resend.
Okay.
But that is very strange because it's an internal process.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Just for your comfort, just rest assured that as soon as when they have a Swift mailbox, we know that messages sent to that mailbox will be delivered. So we can pick those accounts and just activate them because we know the email box works. If it has been properly created by the team, then it should work.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. The next person is Lynn, and then Pamela, and then Vincent.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Yeah, my name is Jacqueline from Uganda. I was signed in by. Hi, I'm glad to be here, and I'm excited about the calls for the calls for the group.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I'm having issues because when I registered, I never got an activation code, let's say for the Swifting ID or something like that. I should get a 16-digit number, and I never got it in my mailbox.
Which mailbox did you use?
I used Jacqueline.
Gmail.
Gmail, yes.
Oh, okay. You know, some people get it, but some don't. You know, we have a lot of issues with Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, and all of that when people try to activate their accounts using those emails. That's why we went for creating our own email boxes and for members of the community to use mail boxes for them to be able to access, you know. So if you
what's your last name, Jacqueline?
Yeah.
Sorry?
So that's
what's the last name?
The last name?
Magayane.
And then what is Lind? Is it your middle name?
No, Magayane is my surname. I use Jacqueline Magayane. First name and surname.
Okay.
Is there another name?
No.
Okay. So the name you have here on your Zoom is just it's this thing name. It's just a name.
It's the nickname I used. I think there's somehow where they said either you use a username.
That's fine.
Yeah, username.
That's fine. Yeah, it's your username. Okay.
Yeah, and actually, when I did try to do what you asked you to do as well, it did give me a query like the email is not unique. Yeah, when I tried to sign in again, it kept saying the email is not unique.
Okay. So that makes sense. So it looks like your account was created and then an attempt was being made to create another one.
True.
Okay, let's fix that problem. Let's get to the bottom of it right now.
Okay, I'll appreciate that.
If you don't mind, we'll get your name. You said it's Jacqueline.
Yeah, Jacqueline with a CQUELINE.
Okay, sorry, so that is JACQUELINE.
Yes. Magayane, Magayane.
MAGAYANE.
Yes.
Okay. It doesn't show as if it was activated, but let's see if it's sitting in pending, because if you try and then create another one, it wouldn't let you, see?
Yeah, it wouldn't let me, yeah. And then secondly, if that's
so while Dr. Linus is dealing with that, you can ask the second.
Okay, the second one is like, I don't know if you have any agents in Uganda, because I would really love to network with them, get to learn more about this.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
about the movement.
yeah, we are in the process of setting up the agent network in Uganda. In fact, for the benefit of those who do not know, one of the major markets for Swiffen, even before the Lumi, was Uganda. So there's a considerable number of people in Uganda who have an account, and we have been engaging with some people in Uganda with whom the team, with whom we can build a structured community in Uganda for the benefit of all the other members who are on the ground. So if you are interested, we would link you up with some of the guys. Is Bantu here?
Yeah.
Is Bantu here today? No, I'm just
Peter,
checking.
I believe Peter is also from Uganda.
Yes, it's Peter I'm talking about. I'm just checking Bantu and Peter. Oh, I can see
Peter
Bantu
Mutuku.
here. Peter Mutuku. So those are some of the guys that we are discussing to see how we set up a coordinated national structure in Uganda. So what we could do is please go onto the help on Connect.
Yes.
And just put your details there. Or in fact, let me hand you over to Brother Patrick. Brother Patrick, please take her details so that we can get her, when we can link her up with Brother Ellard.
Okay.
Yes, because Brother Ellard would have to work with them to set up the team in Uganda.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can, my greeting sister, you can just send
you can just direct message him.
Direct message on the, with your name and I think and number, Brother Mbine.
Yeah, and WhatsApp number.
Yeah, your name and your full name and WhatsApp number. Then we will forward it to Brother Ellard.
Yeah.
I'll do that right away.
Okay, Sister Jacqueline, I think while Brother Patrick is sorting that out in the background, I've seen why you would not have received a link. I think an attempt was made to create your account twice. So we see two entries with different email addresses. Because you use different email addresses, it was allowed. We would have to allow you access to one and delete one. In one of them, the email address that is used is jacqueline.lynn@account.connect.swiffen.com. I mean, there is no way you would have received confirmation email on that.
No. Okay, that one I did try it after trying the other one and it failed. Yeah, okay. But you can delete that one. Yeah.
You can delete that one. All right.
Yep.
Thank you very much. Let me just see. That's the one that was created on the, okay. And there is another one with a Gmail address. That one
Yeah,
you want to
Gmail. You
keep.
can consider the Gmail. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Do you have a Swift mail? You haven't acquired a Swift mailbox, have you?
I have no Swift ID. I don't have even the other. Is it what's the other one for Transact ID, something like that? I don't have any ID.
Okay,
so
that's fine.
for you to get
You have access to this email. We can try one thing. We can try and resend an activation code to that Gmail address and hope that it turns up. It may be delayed. Or when you get a Swift mailbox, we can replace your existing Gmail address with the Swift mailbox. It's up to you. Do you want us to initiate a resend?
You can do a reset, and then I'll use the Swift email box.
It will only go to the email address on your account. So it's gone to Jacqueline at Gmail, Jacqueline@gmail.com. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
That has been done. So check and see if you make any further progress. Otherwise, it will just sit in the pending queue, because it is important that you verify the email address so that important communication relating to your account, such as password resets, transaction information, and all that can be delivered to you safely, securely, promptly, and swiftly.
Okay, I'll try it out, and I'll maybe connect later with you.
Thank you. Don't forget to send your number as direct message to Brother Patrick.
Sure. Sure will.
Thank you so much.
While we're dealing with Sister Jacqueline's question, is there anybody else with a question relating to not receiving an activation code upon registration on account? Yeah. If that is the case, then maybe they can forward a message directly to Brother Patrick, and Brother Patrick will be able to assist to resend an activation code or anything of that sort, and then perhaps they can put their hand down. Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So Sister Pamela is supposed to be next, but she says her question is in the chat. I've been looking for it.
Okay, it came to me as a direct message. She seems to like to send me those direct messages. Okay, she says, please, we need the referral boxes back for those prospects we meet and speak to who don't want to give us their detail of email and numbers, but want the info to go away and look at and then sign up online. When they get there and doing the form, there is not, maybe there's no space to put the referral name straight on.
No, Brother Patrick, I get the question because she has raised it a number of times. Sister Pamela, we said, I think it was last week or the week before last, that we are looking at how we will implement the referral, the referral link again. We're looking at how we would apply that again. Just bear with us. There's so many moving pieces, and we know that that's an important component of what we do, especially bearing in mind that we have the social income model. We are very aware. So please just bear with us, and as soon as we get that done, you will, we would inform everyone in the meeting during the daily briefings. Okay.
So in the meantime, what do we do when we meet when we're prospecting out and we meet these people and we're giving them the information? They want the information, but then they turn around and say to you, I'm sorry, I've got you, but I'm not giving you my detail. I met two in the supermarket. I went in the supermarket last week deliberately to see if I find anybody around. I met few people,
I met 5 people. 2 people was happy to give me their details. 2 said, we will take the information and go away and have a look. But one said to me, outrightly, what do you want from me now? I said, well, your number will be good. And she said, I'm not giving you my number. I'll go and look at it myself and I may sign up on you. So how long is it going to be taking to put the boxes back?
That is not a question that I can answer outright. As I said, there's a lot of moving pieces and there's a lot of things that we need to do to make sure that the referral link actually works in the way in which it's supposed to work. It's not just putting a space to put the referral link.
But
that referral link has to link back to us. Yeah, we had it before. There are a number of things we had before that we have not activated yet because we are, you know, they are linked to different parameters. It's not just a straightforward thing. You understand? So let me, you know, always my suggestion is that you keep you keep sharing the register member link from your account.
But
right?
it will be sinful in a way that we meet people. Most of them really want the information, but then we decide that we're not giving them the information because they can't put our details in. That would be sinful and not right in it, that we're telling you something, but then you turn around and you say, oh, I'm not giving you my information. But then I said, okay, I'm not carrying on giving you the name of the organization. So therefore, goodbye, because that would be sinful. That won't be right.
Yeah. Yeah. So just as I say, just bear with us. I hear your plight. I hear what you're saying. Bear with us. We are going to work on that component. We are going to look at it. Just bear with us, please. We're not going to take long again, because also there's a lot of registrations that are going on, and we need that every registration is linked to an existing member, at least, or all registrations that come through our existing members should the members should be remunerated for their efforts. We are very aware of that, and that's why we keep showing the social income model as well. So we are very aware of it. So just bear with us, okay?
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Sister Pamela. Vincent, you are next. We're running out of time very, very quickly. Vincent, you're next.
Good in the house.
Good evening.
Good evening, everyone in the house.
Good evening, Vincent. How are you?
I'm okay. And you, sir?
Very good. Very good.
I'm Vincent Okoro from Nigeria, sir.
You're welcome.
All right. My simple question is based on the Gmail not responding to mail sent to the receivers. And now I have many new members that are coming up for registration, and they have to be registered in SweepFin mail. Now my question here is, can I still put their names in those that will receive SweepFin mail? Then when the SweepFin mail is being created, then I'll go ahead and continue their registration.
So the question is whether for the new members, you can already go ahead and use their names and their email in the format that we have shared to set up the account first.
Yes.
And then when they get their mailbox, you carry on to complete the registration. Is that your question?
Exactly, that's my questions.
I'm inclined to say yes and no. And the reason I'm inclined to say yes is that if you have their names and then you know their first name and second name, you can just go ahead and do that, right? Because that is the format that we would use for the email. But when I say that, I'm thinking again, no, because there are two things that could happen. The first is that not that could. I'm saying there are two things that will happen. One is that the person is not going to get a verification email. That's the first thing. They are not going to get because the account has not been created yet. Okay. The second thing that would happen is that there is a possibility that there could also be someone who has the same name, who already has that name as a Swiffen mailbox, and you have used it as well, and your client is under the impression that that is their email address. But when we go to set it up and we see that there are other people with the same name, a modification is made on the email address and you receive information on that modification. So that's why I'm saying I'm inclined to say yes and no. So at the moment, to avoid having to do it twice, the suggestion is that it's better for the member to have their Swiffen email box at once, so that when we set up their account, we set it up at once, they receive their verification at once. It reduces your headache. It reduces a headache on the back office as well.
All right.
Is that clear?
Yes, it's clear, but still.
You are speaking. You are very far.
Can you hear me?
Far.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right. I start their registration now, and since Gmail is not responding, where exactly are they going to get their response that they have to enter and verify and get their Swiffen ID?
Normally, if it's Gmail, sometimes it delivers, sometimes it doesn't. So you can use their Gmail to do it. But later on, you can go ahead, use their Gmail to set it up. But bear in mind that you have a risk that they may not receive a verification. You see?
Okay.
That's the risk. Yeah.
All right. In case if they could not be able to get back message, can I raise tickets using their name so that the management or the system will help in providing their details?
So,
if I can just step in very quickly, Vincent,
yes,
as Brother B explained, I mean, it might be tempting to say yes and no at the same time.
Okay.
Because it causes more problems. Remember, the reason we introduced the mailbox is so that you can get your verification code and so that you are able to access and operate the account smoothly. So using an email address which doesn't exist before it has been created would still create the same problem that we are trying to fix. So it is not a solution. It is absolutely not a solution. For example, if you create a Swiffen account, the Swiffen ID, the 16-digit number, only gets generated and displayed to you after you have activated the email, not before. So it doesn't matter how hard you try by using an email address that doesn't work or that you think will be created sometime in the future, you will not get a Swiffen ID.
Yeah.
So it is best not to do it. Because if you do that, then you are creating more work for the support team. And that is exactly what we're trying to reduce. Remember, this year is about ramping up, and it's about making sure that we can reach every household and we can deliver the kind of access that has never been seen before. So everyone who can access is given access without regard to class, without regard to rank, without regard to the level of wealth and all that. That's what we need to do as a community. And it is important that we focus on that goal. No shortcuts, no quick fixes. So please, the procedure is, if the people need a working email address, get a Swift mailbox. Then use the Swift mailbox to create the Connect account, the Swift account, and the Transact account. That way you are guaranteed that the journey would be smooth and the onboarding process and activation process will be smooth. It is important to adhere to that process. Anything else will mean you have to generate and raise lots of tickets for the support team. And remember, the support team is already working very hard in the background, doing an excellent job and trying to deliver the kind of service and level of support that is actually efficient. And we don't want to throw unnecessary problems at them, which we can avoid.
All right, Dr. Linus.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm talking about the first timer who have not have Swift ID. It is their first time to register. And I'm a suggestion, if there be means whereby these people we have that access to get Swift mail, so that when if they have the Swift mail, then to process their registration so that they can get their Swift ID will not be a problem to both us as the agents.
We hear you and we understand you and it makes sense, but the process, the most efficient process is that they should get the mailbox first. That mailbox is assigned to them. Then you can use that mailbox to create a Swift account, for example. Then they will receive an activation email. When they click on it, it will generate a Swift ID for them. Without that, there is no way, because this is system generated. Even I can't click a button and generate an ID for you. The system generates it, and it's only after the email address has been activated.
Okay, that means they can have their Swift mail first.
Mm-hmm. They should get the Swift mailbox first, then use that to create all the other accounts. That is the process that data shows would be the most efficient.
Okay, I get you. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome.
I'm satisfied with your question, with your answer. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Vincent. And just be on the lookout, because the meeting for Nigeria, we should have it, maybe on Thursday as normal this week. But, we will engage with all the leaders to confirm the time. Okay. The next person is Miracle. We had Miracle last week. He raised a question from Zim, if I'm not making a mistake. Your mic is off.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's very true. That's very true.
Great.
Okay. So I had another question today. I don't know whether if it is a question or not. Okay. I was thinking that, what can I say? Okay. In the governance of, the operation, the management of the Swinfin. Hello?
We are listening. Everyone is listening, Miracle. Go ahead.
That's okay. So in the management of the Swinfin or a Swinfin operation, what are some of the steps that the Swinfin actually, do you have people in different countries who are going to be representatives of the SWINFIN when the time comes when its functioning is viable. Like, I'm just trying to find out this maybe.
I don't want to drag it. I think I get your question. In most countries, if not all, before 2022, there was already leadership teams in a number of countries, right? We are rebuilding those structures in those countries, but with a different focus at the moment. So there are people who were agents and all of that. We are bringing those agents back and adding new ones and putting the structures that are required for each country. That is actually the responsibility of one of our global leaders who is not here this evening, Brother Ellard. But there are people who represent, down to the last mile in the local community. So in the village, in the rural community, rural municipality, in countries where it's provinces, in the provinces, or states or county, as we were speaking about for Liberia, that we will need to put in place. In a country like Jamaica, it's this is spread across all. I think in Jamaica they call it parishes, and there are people in all those places. So I hope that answers your question.
Yes, my question is quite answered. Yeah, I was asking that question because I was thinking if they are some movement towards that, come to get this information and apply for agents.
Okay, so you want to be part of the the Zimbabwe structure. That's what you're saying.
That's it. Yes. For the meantime, I'm in South Africa, but if it is possible for me to be, agents.
So if you are in South Africa, then it may be wise for you to be an agent in South Africa and not Zimbabwe. Because the idea is to have people who are close to the community so they can deal with the community face to face from time to time.
Okay, yes.
Because if you are in South Africa and then you have a member who is somewhere in Zimbabwe and they need your help and they can't, you can't sit down with them and all of that, it defeats the purpose. We want to have agents who are right in front of the members and helping members directly.
Okay. Yes. All right. So how can I apply for agents positions in South Africa?
So there's a structure that is being built in South Africa. I think Princess, I saw Princess earlier. I'm just looking and going down. Princess, are you here? Princess here from South Africa.
No, this is another princess.
Oh, it's another princess. Oh, yeah, I see. I'm actually looking and going down. I didn't see that you're right on top of my screen here. Okay. That's fine. Okay, Miracle, maybe if you are in the meeting tomorrow, Princess will be here. We'll connect you with her. Or equally send your number directly to Brother Patrick. He would share that with Brother Ellard as well, and he would connect you with the South African team that's being built.
Okay, so I have to send my number to Brother Patrick?
Directly. Send him a direct message on the chat here.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I see there's a princess and there's a prince. So we are surrounded by royalty today. The next person really is somebody that I don't think I've seen them in the Zoom meeting, but he is very active, or they are very active on the YouTube. Isiaku Shwaibu. I think it's in the north of Nigeria. How are you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
You see, I recognize you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's true.
Yes, you are very, very active on the YouTube, and we keep we're chatting on the YouTube. So it's good to see you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know.
It's good to see you on the. Yeah, it's good to see you on this thing, or, in the Zoom, not on the YouTube only.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's just today I have the opportunity to attend the meeting on Zoom.
Oh, great, great. So, what is your question today?
My question is this, sir. I buy sweeping mailbox and I already activate it. Then I put it on my sweeping connect. Then I start getting mails. But they say it will be updated in my sweeping account. But up to now, when I check the sweeping account, it is not there.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay,
can you just go on to the chat? I think Brother Patrick is. Let's deal with that one first. Let me just give direction on how we're going to handle that. We can do it right now. Brother Patrick is still here. Yeah. So just go into the chat and send it to Brother Patrick. By the time we are done from here, he would have updated it. Send your.
I'm on that page and I can do it immediately.
Okay. So send your email address directly to Dr. Linus. Direct message. Just go into the chat and send him a direct. No, but he needs to give us the email address as well.
Okay,
that's very good. Please send.
Yeah.
Okay.
Send the email address and your Swift ID, and we'll deal with it immediately.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, great. Okay. Great, Isiaku. The next person is Princess. Sorry. We are really running out of time. Anyone that we do not deal with this thing. In fact, after Princess, we'll take Emmanuel, and then the rest we'll deal with tomorrow. We have gone way overshot. We have overshot our time.
Okay. Hi.
I would actually be out of power in 9 minutes.
Okay. Hiya. Greetings, everyone. I've sent some names and emails to Brother Patrick because someone did ask some questions about receiving email, and Dr. Linus said, if there's anybody else, but because my hand was already raised, I couldn't raise it again, and I didn't want to shout out, so I just sent the names and emails to Brother Patrick. And also, when I search, for my invites, I don't see them.
So what are the names for?
The names are the
emails.
Is to create emails.
No. Those they create they have their Gmail.
You are a bit far. You're far from your mic, Princess.
Someone was sorry about that. Someone was ringing my phone. That's why it went like that. Yeah, the names are like the people that I invite, but some of them verify their thing already, but they can't access their account. They're not getting the 16-digit number and the password to log into the Swiftin account.
If I may come in, Brother B, because I've been checking the 3 names she's given. My sister, are you sure that these people registered? Or maybe the first question is, are we talking about a Swiftin account or Connect or Transact?
What did you say? Sorry, I didn't hear you properly.
I say, are we talking about these people registering for a Swiftin account or Connect or Transact account?
Both.
For both?
Yes. But
Both?
some of them are trying to, they've not passed the first stage yet. Some verify the account already and some not going through.
Okay, listen, my sister, I have checked the 3 names that you have given me. All of them, the 3 of them, they are not appearing on any Swiftin account. They are not registered for any Swiftin account, and they are not even on a pending list.
I am the one that registered them, so I know that they we've tried to register. Some of them said about the email not being unique. And last week, you helped me with Reginald Ein. You did the verification, and then we did the Swiftin account, but then it's saying the email is not unique.
Yes, but like I'm saying to you, my sister, I have checked Mika McLean, I have checked Levetta McLean, Doria Sterling. They are not on any Swiftin account, and they are not even on pending account.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what's happening because I am the one that registered all of those, but it's saying the email is not unique. That's what the email is saying. So, but Verona Ein and Reginald Ein, they've both been registered and verify the Connect account. The email address.
Wait, Princess. What we would do is that we need to take that offline because I think there's something that is you are either not doing right or something.
I know I wasn't the last time.
Yeah. So we'll take that offline. Maybe just drop your WhatsApp number. Brother Patrick will reach out just to check what the issues are.
Also, I said the WhatsApp number too.
Brother Patrick, the person who was engaging with you now, just go send him a direct message as well. He's taken quite a lot of numbers this evening.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. The last person for this evening is going to be Emmanuel Newton.
Okay.
Hello,
thank you
Emmanuel.
very much. Thank you.
You're welcome. Emmanuel, how's Liberia today? Your mic is off. Princess, I didn't check. Where are you connecting from?
I've sent him my WhatsApp number.
Yeah, Princess, where are you connected from?
I'll tell you off the air.
Okay,
sorry about that.
Send me a private message then.
Yeah, I will do.
Because we want to know exactly where people are connecting from. You know, we know some of the regulars, we know where they connect from.
I'm a regular. I am a regular.
Okay, it means you are a quiet regular.
All right.
You are an undercover regular. Okay, so Emmanuel, are you there? All right, I see Emmanuel has left. Anyone we have not dealt with this evening, we will deal with your questions tomorrow. I don't think we need to go any further. Yeah, I don't think we need to go any further. We've really, really overshot our time today. Dr. Linus, anything else? So I've taken down the names of Paul, Prince, and Gilbert. For some reason, Gilbert's questions always come at the end. I've taken down the names of the people that we'll start with tomorrow. And Gilbert. Dr. Linus, are you there? Paul, I can see the message you are sending. There's no email again with mailbox. It's inbox.swiffen.com.
Yes,
So
I am
we
here.
can...
Brother B, I was muted. Sorry about that.
Okay, okay. So I'm saying that we're wrapping it off right now, and we'll deal with Paul, with Prince, and Gilbert tomorrow. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've overshot our time this evening. Unless there's anything else you want to raise, Dr. Linus, I think we'll bring it to a close.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. Just as a quick reminder, just making sure one of our supporting members has taken a record of the posts, the information on the chat, so that if there is something there we haven't addressed, perhaps we can attend to it outside of here. And all that remains is to thank everybody for dedicating the time to be here this evening. It is about the collective actions that we take, both at an individual level and also at a community level, that is going to advance our efforts to achieve our two goals that are very clear. The first is inclusive access for all. The second, the use of a common instrument for exchanging value across the community. These two problems have plagued generations of members of our community for a long time, for decades, and today remain a huge impediment to participating in the real economy. It is incumbent on us to change that. It is incumbent on us to understand the challenges and the structures of our local communities and to conceive, design, and implement solutions that can address those problems. If we wait for the answers and the solutions to come from outside, these problems will carry on for yet more generations to come. It is about time that we continue our effort and determination to resolve those two problems and pave the way for the future generation to build on. And so it is with that very clear objective that we call on every community member to hold hands and maintain a strong chain so that it doesn't become weak where we stand, so that our goals can be achieved in our time, so that we can be a part of a generation that lays the foundation that the future generation can build on, so that we can change the narrative. Poverty, exclusion, unemployment, you name it. We want to empower a generation that should be strong enough and stand firm on a foundation to empower others. That's why we are gathered. My queens, my kings, my princes, my princesses, ladies and gentlemen, that's why we are here. And in the course of our pursuit for those two goals, there will be challenges on our path. And when we meet them, we should try and find solutions to those challenges with great resolve, with great determination, and with resilience and patience that will get us to where we need to be by taking the daily actions that we must take in order to achieve those two goals. And so I thank you for being here this evening and for the great work that is being done across all the corners of continental Africa and its diaspora. We will reach millions together. We will bring change in our time. We will create an inclusive ecosystem, community where no one is left out, we will bring about for the first time the opportunity to be able to exchange value in real time using a common standard, using a common benchmark, using our African kingdom's Lumi. That is our call of duty, that's our objective, and that's why we continue to gather. And we look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. I hope that the conversations this evening, the exchanges this evening, would have brought some knowledge and understanding that empowers us sufficiently to go to our various areas where we reside to continue to do the great work in educating and informing others about our pursuits, about our resolve to come and arrive at a solution to addressing those two problems in our time. It is not the age to pass the buck. We need to confront our challenges, come up with the solutions, and stand firm to see that those solutions take effect. And so, God bless us, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Check me out, Dr. Linus, please.
Good night, and thank you, Dr. Linus, the community family. Good night.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Dr. Linus, I have sent you my sweeping ID private message.
Sister Toko.
Patrick.
The lady whom you said you can sell a mailbox, I think she still needs it. I asked her to send you a direct message.
All right, I'll check. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, bye.
Sister Princess, I got your number. I will send you a message now.
Okay, that's what I was waiting. Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
thank you.
Bye.
Brother B, I'm not sure he's unmute, but he might be engaged in something. But as Dr. Linus has already concluded, I think we have come to the end of our meeting today. We are free to leave. I'm sure Brother B will eventually close the meeting.
Hello, please, when is Nigerian training coming up tomorrow, sir?
Did they say it's coming tomorrow, brother?
Yeah, I thought I overheard that we'll have our local training tomorrow, or maybe I didn't hear you well.
I'm not sure about that, but Brother B is still available. He might be able to answer you on that one.
All right, sir.
Brother Patrick, I can't get her number.
You can't get her number?
Yes.
Oh, okay. In fact, you mean she didn't send you any direct message? That's what you are saying?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Sister Itemba, are you still around? Oh, unfortunately, she's gone. She may have she may have left already.
I'm not gone.
I'm trying to connect you with someone who can help you, and there she is looking for you. Just send a direct message with your number to her. Just exchange your numbers. Anyway, Sister Toko, you can send a direct message to Itemba with your number. Then one way or another, you can communicate.
Okay. We'll do that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, Brother Patrick.
My brother.
Good evening. Please, there is something that I want to tell you. I will chat with you on WhatsApp after here.
No problem, my brother.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.